Dramatic scene in court today as the widow of a Fox executive faced the man convicted of killing her husband. After hearing her speak, the judge handed down the maximum sentence. KCAL 9's Dave Lopez live in downtown L.A. with reaction from the wife of Gavin Smith. Dave.
Gavin Smith was murdered by Johnny Creech, a man that he knew occasionally. Creech has a long record, and he is going to state prison for 11 years. 11 years for a murder. That's because the jury found him guilty of voluntary manslaughter rather than the first-degree murder charge that the DA wanted. And the widow of Mr. Smith spoke out loud and clear.
Ambushed my husband, beat him to death in a car, left him in that car for days.
The voice of Lisa Smith. The judge would not allow video cameras to show her, only still cameras, lashing out today in court at the man who killed her husband, Gavin Smith.
Complains on the stand about his poor biceps and having to drag my husband 25 yards after beating him to death, and then he couldn't get him down in there because he hadn't dug it deep enough.
Johnny Creech, convicted by a jury of voluntary manslaughter, just sat there, never once turned around.
And I hope he spends the rest of his life in prison. He shouldn't be amongst us. He should be in walls like an animal that he is.
That loud banging you heard was her son Evan, so angry, punching the seat bench in front of him inside the courtroom.
He took steps that made life miserable for the family of Gavin Smith. They could have known what happened to him on May 2nd instead of being in the dark for 2 years.
May 2nd, 2012. That's when detectives believe Creech beat Smith to death with his fists and kept it secret. His body wasn't found until October 26th, 2014.
You're a cold and cruel person.
Smith was a Fox executive at the time he disappeared. He also played on John Wooden's last national championship basketball team at UCLA in 1975. He met the ex-wife of Creech during drug rehab, had an affair with her, and it was because of that affair that enraged Creech. He followed Smith and his ex-wife, where he ambushed Smith and in front of his ex-wife beat him to death and then buried his body in a shallow grave. He was given the maximum under the law, 11 years. And as he left the courtroom, Judge Stephen Marcus said this.
There's a saying in Brooklyn, what goes around comes around.
Again, Creech, 11 years. That was the max. If it had been first-degree murder, it would have been life without the possibility of parole. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Dave, thank you.